Surreal memes upon memes, debates upon debates of artificial intelligence replacing artists and graphic designers. These captions over 9 images of unrecognizable, absurd, surrealist creatures gaining massive attention were mostly made with DALL-E, or at least a variation of it. But are these speculations towards art being replaced by DALL-E or artificial intelligence necessarily true? In this video essay, I will introduce the concept of text-to-image artificial intelligence, as well as trying to find a middle ground for the heating debate of AI and art. The name DALL-E combines surrealist artist Salvador Dali and Wall-E from the Disney movie. DALL-E is an artificial intelligence model developed by OpenAI, a non-profit AI research company founded by Elon Musk and Sam Altman in 2015. It was developed as a contrast to the vast majority of image-to-text descriptor AI. The concept of DALL-E is quite simple. It can generate any description and turn them into images. The first DALL-E model was released just last year in 2021, and the more recent model, DALL-E 2, is currently in beta mode and only invited users could use them. This technology has limited access, which spawns numerous similar open-source models of text-to-image AI, such as DALL-E Mini, Midjourney, to element the needs of constant entertainment, or also known as memes. So, how does this technology even work? Well, DALL-E uses a latent space model of deep learning. Deep learning means that the machine gets more intelligent through the amount of exposure it has to data. To generate a subject from a prompt, for example, a baseball, DALL-E recognizes a picture of a baseball due to the amount of time it has been exposed to data. But to differentiate a baseball from a basketball, DALL-E uses millions of variables to measure shininess, roundness, color in a multidimensional mathematical space. This is called latent space. OpenAI has an impressive database of information called GPT-3. This database has been used in image-to-text descriptor AIs, but it has been tweaked to visually adapt to DALL-E. DALL-E can also process detailed prompts. It can also replicate detailed art styles and art movements. But we can talk about this later. Although these features are nothing new, for years, artists have been using text-to-image models to generate art. For example, Mario Klingemann, or YouTuber Josie Kins, who developed the model that generates hallucinatory entities. The influence of DALL-E has made open-source culture and artificial intelligence very accessible. Anyone could train their own precise model, quote-unquote DALL-E, text-to-image model at home, leading to hundreds and thousands of users to experiment, innovate interesting ways to generate detailed results. While this wide usage of accessible AI art is very popular, its usage has not been well received by the creative community.
AI service that learns the characteristics of illustrators' drawings and generates illustrations. You can create an illustration maker, illustration generation AI, for free up to 2 times. So if you want to learn your own illustration, please use it. First response: who benefits from this service? An illustrator enjoys delivering commissioned pictures? That's all I can come up with. Another top response reads, one of my favorite artists has already deleted all of his illustrations from Twitter as a countermeasure for this service. I thought that some of them might even hide their illustrations on Pixiv or other illustration posting sites, or stop posting anymore altogether. Thinking about it, I think it's really an artist killing service.
Right? Let's talk about this. This is an AI-generated piece of art winning first place at the State Fair in Colorado. Enraging artists. A man who won a fine art competition using an image he created with an artificially intelligent AI text-to-image generator has shown no remorse about his triumph despite criticism.
So, are DALL-E or machines actually replacing artists? We tend to hear this a lot, and the answer is quite simple and isn't necessarily negative as the discourses are seen online. The reality is that many artists struggle with working overtime or have day jobs to maintain financially. With technological advancements, the line between work and home is currently blurry. This can also impact humans physically and psychologically, leading to stress over this desired financial stability. In a post-work society, the separation of job and hobby will be clearly defined. A job is a type of career choice that an individual engages with to make an income, whereas a hobby is a type of work that the individual chooses purely out of enjoyment. And with DALL-E, we can replace physical labor, and artists can move forward in developing new types of creative mediums. This leaves humans more time and freedom to enjoy healthy life, without having to be pressured into making regular income, which could transform the semantic meanings of being a creative worker. Outputs of these jobs will no longer be considered commercialized, but rather in its purest form of art. Questions about DALL-E replacing creative work can be compared to the first integration of calculators into society. If you say mathematicians will be replaced due to the invention of calculators, it is entirely different. The calculator can only calculate the answer to a math problem, but the answer does not have meaning without the intervention of mathematicians. It is the work of them to interpret and put the calculated answer into usage. And as an artist, it is not only our job to create pieces of art, but we must integrate, contextualize, and give meaning to these pieces. Whereas AIs like DALL-E will forever generate constant pieces of visually conventional art without meaning. So it is possible that in the future, we will see more art directors and people working in the creative field. Given that we'll be free from our work and art will be recontextualized in this society, what will happen to art? If Andy Warhol and the pop art movement was a response to capitalism and consumerism, and the birth of the internet art, web art were a response to the introduction of internet to society, then what kind of art will be created in a society free from constraints of capitalism? Where do we go from here? The replacement of AI in our creative job will push us towards a purer form of art, free from boundaries of labor, capitalism, and profit, which means the integration of art and AI and robots will be much more celebrated. There is no doubt that we still have to question the ethical development and intentions of AI research companies at this moment, considering Microsoft and other mega corporations like Tesla are on a race to develop the most efficient, versatile artificial intelligence model. Overall, the question of AI replacing artists is still an open debate. Despite the negative reaction towards visual artificial intelligence models, the internet and the general public seem to use the innovation in a light-hearted way to generate surrealist memes, while a small number of artists actively engage and integrate artificial intelligence into their work. It's a small step towards what art might look like in the next 20 years.